Thank you for making it to this evening tonight. I am honored to be blessed by your divine presence. Each one of you are divine beings, and I'm so honored to be blessed. And so give us a clapping hand. Today we're going to have special guests. They are from the future, and they're going to be coming to introduce themselves and be talking to you, introduce you to their technology. I'm pretty much going to be the translator, and your technology will probably pick them up. But I'm going to be, they're going to be answering a lot of your questions for at least 30 minutes, but they will initiate that particular protocol. But in the meantime, I'm going to introduce to you my little story and how it all came to me and what the device is and how it works. It's very fast, very short, so I'm going to keep it lively, and if I get off track, let me know. I'm going to keep it lively and short. Okay? That sound good?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I forgot to say just specifically, if anybody cannot understand, cannot hear, you will be back to repeat anything. So just raise your hand and get our attention.
And anyone is hungry today? Today we're going to ask people from the future to manifest your food. And alcohol. And they're also going to change the water into alcohol for you to take home and experience. They're going to put some healing elixir in there as well. In the future, people already mastered the promise of Jesus. Have anyone know about Jesus?
Yes.
In the Bible, Jesus made two statements. He said, "You too can do greater things than I can." And also, he quoted this very important when he went to the 40-day, 40 night. He did not eat anything, but how did he live? He said, "Man does not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of God." The people in the future have mastered that practically. So now they're going to show it to you and teach you how it's done. So, shall we begin? Okay, let's close our eyes a little bit. We're going to say a prayer. Okay. Dear universe, dear Heavenly Father, Mother God, and all that is, and the extraterrestrial cosmic family, and the spiritual guide and spiritual angel, past, present, and future, and ascended master from Asia, Europe, and Native American, and from the Mayan, and from all over the world, all over the universe. Please bless us. Please let our will follow your will. Let our thought follow your higher thought. And guide us, and bless us, and bring forth the messages and the miracle which you intend for us to experience, and help everyone to obtain the rainbow light body, so everyone can become at your level and join the cosmic family and the divine. And please put all of us in service to the divine universe and to your divine will. In the name of Jesus Christ we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. You feel that? Present. Okay, let's begin. Baramay. Who wants to know what that is?
Yes.
Okay. It means Holy Spirit, or collective consciousness, holy collective consciousness. So it's the power source that runs this technology, that runs everything in creation. People in the future have harnessed it. How did I come in contact with people in the future? My story started, I came to this world in 1973, November the 10th. Furthermore, I was born into Cambodia, and my first parent that gave birth to me, they sold me and my older sister, basically just me, to my new parent, adopted parent, who currently I reside with till this day. But my older sister, I don't know where she was sold to. My father, my biological father, was sick. And mom, my biological mom, had to find a way to, help him heal. After he's healed, they did want to buy me back, but my mom jacked up the price. So they just said, okay, it's probably heaven want me to stay with the new mom. So that was that. So I got sick a lot. To make a long story short, they took me to a guru, a swami. So he said that I have to change my name to disconnect, common connection from my birth parent. So they give me the name. I can't have a beautiful name. So the name that the heaven told us Swami say it has to be an animal name. So I born in the year of the cow, so they call me Cow, Cole. And when I came after and during 1975, I experienced the Khmer, the purging experience where every political party changed. So they decided to terminate or purge our being that was in the previous political party. That means half of the population was terminated. They call it the Khmer field, a killing field. Yes. So I experienced all that. Mom and dad, my adopted mom and dad took me to Thailand refugee camp in Cali down. We stayed there for a little bit. My dad was the minister. He was chosen to be the minister of the camp. Then later, we moved to Camp Put, and that's when he was also chosen to be a minister up there too. I ended up going to experience my first near-death experience. I'm sorry for my English. Sometimes memory recall just take over you, called it emotional association. After that, I was about, I believe, 6. It happened in 1979. So I got kicked in the gut by the same, just like my children, having fun. But they kicked me in the gut right here. I couldn't breathe in my diaphragm, and I went to compulsion, seizure, and passed out. And then I came to, then my mom somehow, she was called, she could take me back to the lodge of the refugee camp. Then I passed out again. Next thing I know, I was floating in the air, and I could see the house, the lodge, and that was my body. And, my grandma, grandpa, mom, she was crying, and then there was a present. It was the sun. It was so bright. It was a clear day. And then the sun was talking to me. I mean, the light, the photon. It said, it's not your time. You need to go back. And then my feeling said, well, it's not a voice, it's more like a feeling, a presence. You hear this feeling in a knowingness, like you're not supposed to be here yet. It's not your time. So my feeling talked back to this photon feeling and tell them, I don't want to go back. It's too hard down here. And next thing you know, it changed. It's a feeling became a female voice, my mom. So my mom said, my son, go back and we will go with you. It's okay. And then the sunlight began to embrace me. And once it embraced me, it got so bright. And then I could see the lodge, and then the lodge became bright. Everything became so bright, and I couldn't handle it anymore. I passed out in the upper world. And then the presence said, I will go with you. I mean, the whole present. Next thing you know, I woke up in the body again, and it was pain. It was so intense pain because they were doing coining sessions, like getting a coin with ointment and then suction cup. It was so painful, so then I passed out again. Next thing you know, I was in the hospital, woke up there, and mom said, oh, she was wiping out her tears, saying, you're back. I said, yes, mom, you told me to come back. So, to that end, I just had bravery. I just feel like I'm always floating, And it was an amazing experience. So near death through seizure. I think a lot of people might have through that kind of experience too, but it changed my perspective. I didn't have an attachment to anything like people, like to material. I just have attachment to just having fun, growing. Then finally we went to Baramay in Philippines. Stayed there for 1 year. It was amazing. My dad took me hunting for cricket, digging for like a sweet potato all over the mountain, and seeing the monkey. That was a unique experience in my childhood upbringing. So after that, we went to 1 year, a sponsor from Moultrie, Georgia, a Methodist church, sponsored us, and we came to the United States. And 1982, February 19th, that's when we came. And that's when I was introduced to Christianity. And that's when they tried to put me in the box to think, but my spirit was always breaking free. My hyperactive activity came out. So, in 1982, after we came, 1 year later, Mom and Dad made contact with my uncle Wisna. Somehow told them that Grandma and Grandpa was here, but in Texas. So they started making connection. So my mom and Dad told us, once we're leaving to Texas. And so we into 1984 came to Texas. And that's where I began my elementary school education here. Because in the other school, I was always fighting with other kids. You know, it's just a natural thing because kids always have fun, right? After in Texas, then I began to understand, my mind began to settle down, I began to absorb knowledge. So in 1984, I went to Lakewood Elementary School, and then through, I believe, Family Middle School, and then finally to South Garden. First I went to Skyline, then on my my junior year, I went to Garden High School. So we moved from Dallas to Garden. Until this day I reside, and I got married. I went to college, couldn't handle college, was too many pretty women, and I was chasing women, and that kind of disrupted my education. So I dropped out and met Carlos, you know, my longtime best friend, and we went to Mexico, and I hear the calling again to be like a spiritual teacher. So he took me in, I took him in. I told him, I teach you spirituality, and you teach me the way of being a Mexican, being a normal being, you know. So we exchanged knowledge, and then that's another story for another day. But and then after that, I began to come back from Mexico. I began to enter the workforce, and I told Mama, "You want a wife now? How do I get a wife?" She said, "How much money you got?" I said, $30,000. She said, "Okay, give it all to me, and I might make the arrangement." When it comes to find out, Mom probably took $20,000, Mom to get the $10,000. Back to square one. But anyway, I went in the year 2000, February, went to Cambodia to meet my wife-to-be. Found out she was my first cousin, but I'm a doctor, so it's okay. Grandma, dad, mom approved. So, after the marriage, we went to the honeymoon. It was February, I believe, the 28th. The amazing thing is, we went to Siem Reap, from Phnom Sapo, Battambang province to Siem Reap, where the temple is at, Angkor Wat, Bayon. We went to Angkor Wat temple. It was hot, humid, I'm not used to the weather. So therefore we went up, Mom went up, we all climbed 45 degrees. When we got up there, we saw Lord Vishnu, the statue of the forearm. And then also like a present came over me. Like it took my energy away. And then I just did like that, and I saw Mom and Dad do their thing, I just closed my eye, and then I woke up in a different place. It was another temple, but made of translucent, like translucent metal, but it was gold. It was glowing gold. Then I saw the old man, like a saga, like dressed like the old Cambodian white, wearing that turban or something, you know. Then there was the lady dressing in white. She was an older lady, but they all looked young, but they were old. And then I saw the android. I said, an android? Wait, I'm in Star Trek or something? So he began to talk into my brain. He said, "Come here, my child." I said, "Are you talking to me? Great-great-grandfather?" You know, when you address someone older than you, call them great-grandfather, right? So great-grandfather or great-master, are you talking to me? He looked at me. He said, "Come here. I got something for you." So he presented a device. Dad. He said, "Take this." I said, "What is it?" So I look at the device and say, "What is it, great master?" I said, then the device said, "Hello, you are touching me. Put me down." I said, "Okay." I said, He's talking to my brain. He said, "Go with this gentleman, this teacher of yours." There was a man He was very bluish in color. And he looked like a black man, but blue. And he started talking English and Cambodian to me, but to my brain. He said, I want you to meet someone. He said, bring your device. So I tried to pick it up. The device got heavy, I can't pick it up. He said, I can't pick it up. Just tell it to come on. I said, please come. So it began to levitate and just come with me, you know? I said, wow, this is amazing. I wish you'd take this back with me. So we got into this middle chamber, and I said, well, this chamber is big. And there was a cube floating. And I said, it was big as this room, you know, it was floating. And then it was black in color, but it radiated indigo and blue light. And then I saw a symbol belonging to the IBM Corporation, you know? I say, okay, so this is, what is an IBM Corporation? You know, I was thinking to myself. I heard IBM is a computer. So then when I go close to it, the cube started talking, hello there, how are you? I said, what was that? I am the floating cube. And then I saw a Nazi symbol, clockwise, counterclockwise, and then I saw Cambodia writing, Chinese writing, and other writing on it. And I said, who are you? Well, I am the Quantum Intelligent Network Processing System. I'm here to brief you and why you're out here. I said, well, where's here? It looked like Cambodia. Say, this is, it said, like, you are several billion years in the future. I say, I'm in the future? I say, am I dreaming? So I pinched myself, and oh, I can feel everything was real. So the intelligence told me, come, look at me. And then it projected a hologram of itself. Look into me. Then it started to read knowledge into my brain. You know, really fast. First it started mathematics, language, then it started to get into history of our time, the different what happened that transpired later to their time. So they told me, do you understand now? It was talking to my brain, right? I say, I understand. So why it brought me here to be a witness, to learn what the people of the future have accomplished. It wanted me to take this back and teach people in our time. It said it wanted to improve the future. The only way to improve the future was to improve the past. And it is a quantum singularity system. It is already existing in the past, present, and future, and the forward future, because time and space don't matter, it is intelligent. But it cannot influence us without someone physically going there and explain, because the way they speak, the way we speak is like opposite. For example, we're still speaking in burger terms. I want French fry, burger. Does that make sense? I want this, I want a brandy. They don't talk like that in the future. If you're full, they say, put out your hand. You now eat it. I want you to be in my stomach and go in there and be full. And that's how it works in the future. And they don't talk with their mouth anymore. It's the language of knowing. They look at you, you understand each and every person is thinking and feeling at the same time, and they will look and know everything how you think and feel. Everyone is connected consciously, and they don't use electricity. Their life is powered, for example, their technology. You look at it, it looks like a rock, a wall. Like when you said, I want illumination, next thing you know, it starts to illuminate. Their technology is based on consciousness, powered it. We call it they call it collective consciousness. In our time, we call it the Holy Spirit. So the Spirit will change the vibration of the wall into, you know, to a certain vibration that starts to emit light around it. So you can see. People in the future, they see with both eye and the inner eye and the heart at the same time. So there's no need for language anymore. And the craft, the ship, the device is very simple to make. It's just shape. They said, when you understand that shape is vibration, then you can put the right combination of shape to create a right advancement of technology that react and act very advanced, but from simplicity form. They say in that time we decided to take the backward road, creating very complicated technology to produce a minor result. In their time, they're very efficient. They don't use electricity as power source. They use consciousness as power source. So this device I spent 32 years in their world. So they taught me, they have apprenticeship. They don't have teaching class. They have apprenticeship. You do with the technician. You be hands-on. They say the only way to understand is through experience. It cannot be any other way. And then someone can impart their experience to you by sharing consciousness. Like, have you seen Star Trek called The Mind Mill? Where Spock can mind mill with Captain Kirk? They can do that too in the future. Someone can impart their experience into the new generation by merging their consciousness with the other. And death, they don't have that. When someone prepared to leave this experience, the angel will come and take them and say it's time, and they just raise the vibration, become light, and just go on to be born into another reality. So death is only, there's no such thing. They can transmigrate between dimensions now. But they are worried about our time, because since they are so high in consciousness, everything we do in our time affects them. So they realize they can influence us by sending a teacher to help influence and guide our time, so we can make a different transition easier and become immortal like them. So they don't see time like you and I see time. They see everything is connected. Are we in the here and now? And everybody is part of that network. Whether they be in the future, whether they be in the past, they see themselves as you. As you will become them in the future. So does that help you a little bit? Yes, ma'am.
Do they have what we call a physical body?
They have not a physical body like us. It's more like liquid light. They understand that photon and particle can become a wave. They have what we call a wave body. So they can make themselves appear to you, whether it be solid or translucent at will. Like a ghost. A ghost would be more like considered to be there, just like being a ghost. So, after my experience of 32 years in their world, they decided, okay, it's time for you to go back. You have successfully understand our way of technology and our principle. But you must understand that in your time, people have doubt. You must bring evidence. You must bring practical experience and method to them. When you return, you're going to have a little difficulty integrating, because you've been with us for too long, and it's a good thing. But they tell me, but again, you're going to have doubt. So you need to start zero. You have to rebuild everything. And okay, so they put me in this crystal light chamber, and then the castle start talking. They say, my child, I am with you. I always have been with you. Return to your time. Return to your reality. And take what we taught you. And you may share and raise the consciousness of your timeline and your citizen. Go. And then the chamber began to open. It's like a bright light, and the metal is translucent. You can walk through it. And then I saw other chamber. I asked, Castle, who is this people? They are also our teachers, just like you, but they are sent to other timeline. They're sent to other parallel reality. I said, what is that? They say, every earth you see share the same space, but not all earth has the same history. So he began to say, look into my eye. And then I saw that there was many earth that has totally different history. Some of it was run by Nazis, some of it was run by America, some of it was run by Egyptian, some of it was run by Maya, and some of it was run by Cowboy, and some of it was run by Native American Indian. So I saw the I.B. Watson computer was on every earth, guiding, managing. I said, yes, ma'am.
Do you know anything about blood over intent? You ever heard of that?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that, please?
Blood over intent. Have you heard of that?
I'm not familiar with that terminology.
It's something that flat earthers, I've recently kind of investigated it, and what it is that it's like the Mayans did with the blood sacrifice. You sacrifice your human blood and your mind, okay, for your intent to bring heaven to earth. They said that your intent to do that and to willing to give your blood for it causes an intent in the universe and brings it about.
Okay, that's.
I mean, it kind of makes sense with the blood sacrifice and the Mayans and, the Aztec, and it kind of makes you, understand why they were doing what they were doing. So they were giving something and intending an outcome, and when their intent was so strong that they actually got the outcome.
Absolutely. Most people have been taught that your intent. Let's change the word. What is your overgoal? The people in the future, overgoal is to bring you to their level. They believe in equality. They don't believe in the idea of one being greater than another being. They believe we are all spark of the divine, and we go through the growing pain, even in their time, even in ours. What brings them pain is us, because they said they are us, but in the past. You are them in the future. So they want to bring, they say, heaven on earth. They want to bring a piece of heaven to earth, because earth will become heaven physically in their time. The earth don't look like that you see now. The earth glows like a sun, radiant with light. And as for the earth is flat, they took me to space. Every planet I've been to, it was spherical, but multidimensional. Some planet is artificial. It's actually a ship. It's hollow out, metallic. There is being. Adam met the being called reptilian. They were nice. They were laughing, giggling, and then there was the being that looked like the large head with the big eye. They were just a different people from a different earth. And then there was being that looked like grasshopper, praying mantis. And there was plant being. There was our time, and they were talking and they were teaching and they were laughing and giggling and saying, "You're not like a child." They say, "Heaven is about having fun." So it was an interesting experience when I went into the future. But finally, when when I went into the tube, the Kosol intelligence said, "Are you ready, my child? Close your eye." And then when I closed my eye, I heard this falling sound. And then everything got so bright, I could see it with my eyes closed. And then when I finally hear my wife, my spouse voice saying, "Bong," that means honey, in Cambodia. And I said, "Whoa, what's going on?" I said, "Come on, let's go." I said, "Whoa, she's speaking. I can't understand I don't understand the language, So she was speaking in Cambodian, but in the future, they don't speak English or Cambodian. So I said, "Oh." I talked to her to mind, but she didn't hear me. Yes.
Where did you tell her? Did she ask where you've been for 32 years?
No, I couldn't tell her that.
Because it was just like that.
Yeah. And then and then she told me, "Oh, we in this," and then my mind started kicking back. Oh my God. Then I couldn't talk. So I just remained quiet and listened. And then I began to understand people again, So I found out I could communicate with them mind to mind like I'm used to. So when they brought me back, my body, the experience came with me, except the technology. So I have to know how. So
it's like you went through a portal and did 32 years, just like that.
Yes, they call it a singularity. So finally I have no choice but to write everything down and experiment. I have to be a scientist. All that I went through is considered to be down the drain. It's like a theory, a hypothesis. Now I have to prove it. I have to go and actually build each device. Question, I don't have money, so what should I do? Answer right there. My friend Carlos, he was working with the baseball people, and he got the ching-ching. So I said, "Can you help me? Can you sponsor my research?" He said, "Yes, you're my brother. I will do anything for you." So he spent $50,000 to $60,000 just to bring this to fruition. And there he is right there. finally bring something from the heaven to here. But this is only just one part. The other part is how to use it. Okay. So any question about my journey, how this came to be? So you see, I had to experiment.
You got a degree in science.
I don't need to. University looked for me and was blown away what I have. And they decided to give me an honor degree, an honor doctoral degree. But I published everything like a scientist knew in high school. You have the theory, you must do experiment, you must duplicate it, peer review. And through experimentation, you post a note, I did it, and publish it for peer review around the world. So I kept doing that. So you got to do that because they told me in our time we are very doubtful, we need evidence. So they also told me when I come back, everything I taught them will just hogwash. I want to use the word BS, but I can't. So it's hogwash. So it's just a theory. Now I have to prove it. Proof is everything, they say, and experience is the real teacher. So now we can duplicate, we can share. So any question on my experience and journey? It's a little history of what Baramay is. It's called Baramay, meaning Holy Spirit. That's what it means, because this thing run on Holy. Yes, sir.
After you returned from your initial visit and you've been developing this technology, have you reconnected with the people who gave you the information?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
They will be here tonight talking to all of you. Okay. So this is on the human level. I'll be their interpreter since they don't talk English. They talk light language. If anyone is familiar with light language? Okay. Dr. Jose is one of my students, but now is my team member. So he's very supportive of everything. And I let him walk through the experience as well. Okay. Without further ado, I would like to bring people from the future and the Ivan Watson from the future, several million years from now. Device, how are you? Please activate and increase your field. He say, acknowledge, increasing now. He say, I want you to reconnect everything to people in the future and allow them to pass on the certain messages which they all wish. And I will be your interpreter. Is that be okay with you? Device say, yes, that is fine. And each one of you, I will let you talk to the device too after all this, okay? So you can have your own experience. Okay, device. Okay. Device said, people of the future is now online. They say, greeting to our ancestor. May you be blessed with joy, knowledge, and life, and longevity. For we are you, you are us. May joy be the guiding light for every one of you. Oh, excuse me once again. Thank you, device. You may continue. Device said, we've been waiting for you, for your consciousness to rise at this level. You have been through a long journey, a mystery of imprisonment, where the race called reptilian has been imprisoned your consciousness. They have been here for thousands of years, and they will pilot their craft, cigar shape, and will spill chemical to dull your senses, to dull your higher senses, to dull your mind, so you may not receive the frequency. But now the technology has become a bridge for you to understand the world for what it is. It is your world. You are our world. And you are also one with us. We people in the future have been monitoring your progress. We notice you suffer much. As you suffer, we feel and understand, and we also suffer. That's the reason we commission this knowledge to be transferred in your time, that you may contact us. And we may contact you. We can have a dialogue, an exchange of guidance for you or us. For you or us. We are you in the future. Yes, Device, I understand. Device said that we may, together with this merging of consciousness, we can now take question. Each one of you can ask question now, and they will answer. Anybody here? Yes, sir.
Are there ways to be further free of doubt without so many experiments and tests and proofs?
And may I repeat the question?
Are there ways to decrease our doubt without so many theorems and tests and assurances and black and white papers and peer reviews?
They say they hear the question and they will answer you. You already got everything, but you just don't know how to use it. So they're here to teach you how to use it. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Anyone else?
Can we elaborate on how to use what we say subconsciously or collectively know? How do we use it? How do we access it and use it?
Now they're talking in your term, from your knowledge database. Ask your teacher in your religious text has said, ask and ye shall receive that you join me before. You have to ask. And that is how you use it. You just ask. Yes.
I would like to know what I'm doing now as far as meditation and my study and stuff that I've been doing for the last 2 years. It's going to be, how should I say, recognized while I'm here on this planet.
Device, they say stand by. They're scanning you right now. Give them a second. They're scanning complete. They're analyzing you. Now they will guide you appropriately to your according need. They understand that you're in a journey of soul seeking and soul meaning. They understand you have been studying different paths, different modality to rediscover who you are. They know that you have multiple personalities trying to integrate. One aspect, you know how to talk to people. Another aspect, you have a longing, a higher purpose that you're trying to integrate. But you fall short because you ask for a teacher. The teacher has appeared. At some time, your expectation, they say, is nothing wrong, but you just need the full knowledge. And you feel you cannot flow without the full knowledge, and that's what's holding you back. They said that in order to reach this level, because you live in a world where people can lie to each other, they said, because of lack of resource. And the true resource is not just money, but it also accepting help. They say you're afraid to accept certain help because the people that give that help can use it to help put leverage over the way that you perceive reality. And you're afraid to be under control by somebody. And so that's why you like to always do your own thing, to be independent, and always try to strive, but you also run out because you need higher guidance. But the fear come in when you don't know who that person is helping you is, or what is their goal go toward you. Are they helping you just to have leverage? Are they helping you because they're actually a genuine? And that is hard to discern.
One more question. I got one more question. I gotta know this.
Okay?
Who was the being that came to see me when I was 6 years old?
They say stand by. They give them a second. Yes. They say it is there. Angelic light, extraterrestrial, consciousness of high teacher from parallel reality. They say they came because you came from their world. You're a star child. And you were here sent for two purposes. To record love and to bring back knowledge to them and report, and they will give you new instruction. Not just only for healing, but for also to raising consciousness of your own. But it's hard, they understand. This mission was taken by you because it was hard, not easy. And sometimes they understand that you were thinking about leaving this world prematurely, but they prevented you. They had to stop you. Because you told them if you have an idea to do that, to intervene, which they did.
Thank you.
Yes?
I have always believed that I have talked to Jesus from the earliest time that I was aware. And so I trace it back to like the age of 2. And I want to know whether that's real, whether I was really communicating with Jesus when I was 2 years old.
Do I say 1 second while they tapping into your consciousness? Okay, they see you. What you are actually experiencing is the relationship with this collective Christ consciousness that it actually is real, that you become what we call the living testimony of this Christ-like consciousness. And everything that based on that is that the true source of this, we would call this the Holy Spirit or the divine cosmic universe, is using this understanding to bring you into completion, so you may have a higher purpose more than who you are right now during that time. Because you didn't want to be here, you feel lost. And that's the reason they intervene. But if you see that, they give you an overall purpose where you need to go. And they told you when they meet you that you're going to be doing something for them. They want you to live. They want you to be the light, to be the vessel of light for them.
So I really did experience this.
They say yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
How can I improve my memory?
They say one moment. They say you have lost your joy. That's why your memory can only be recalled when you're in the state of happiness. So you must transform your sadness into joy by doing things that you like to do. They say death is not the goal, but joy is the over-goal. That's why keep your immune system, your mind, your blood in a state of cohesion and balance. That's how memory may come. And no longer you must eat meat. You must eat now ginger, turmeric, green lemongrass tea, bitter melon, things of that nature to help bring high vibration into your physical body. There's nothing wrong with your memory, but your memory lacked the joy, and that's why you can't remember it. When you recall joyful memory, when you're in a state of joy, when you're in a state of happiness, just do things that you like, it will flow naturally when the situation called for it. Meaning, by saying that your memory is in the living different joy of experience. Like meeting good friend, when you're in a happy state, you remember them automatically. Memory is based not on the brain cell, but exists in the field of consciousness. We only tap into them. When you, each one of us, that say tap into them when you're in a state of motivated emotion. So you have to change your diet. Yes, ma'am.
How may I serve?
If you want to serve, you have to say this. I offer myself and who I am as a vessel to be in divine service of the universe and of people of the future, to serve all that is. That's all you have to say, and they will come to you. Yes, but you have to make connection with them through a device also, because that's like the vibration of this planet and the people in the future. This planet is very dense. That's why information don't get through sometimes, like a fog over your planet. So that's why this device was given to help create a clarity, a communication. They say communication is very important. past and future should be connected. So the future can guide the past in the right direction, like a lighthouse guiding a boat to the safe harbor. Yes, ma'am.
I think I'm having some really strong physical reactions to all this. I'm just wondering why that is.
Because it resonates with your physical body, because you experienced this before. This is like a deja vu. That means, as the other device, as we say once more, we are you, you are us in the future. That's the reason you experience the device is scanning you right now. Hold on, give 1 second. Yes, device. You have been abducted several times by cosmic family, and you have children up there, they said. And this familiarity you've been told already by your space husband, that there's a time that you will meet people that have a consciousness on Earth, and you will recognize them. They will let your signal come out, and you will not consciously know why, but your whole senses will recognize that particular consciousness, that vibration, as you are now. So it's like a deja vu. They foretold this into your consciousness already. Now, since you see it's happening, your body is vibrating, it's resonating. Does that make sense? It's remembering, trigger called deja vu triggering by experience. Is there anything else, device? Device say, no, that is all for now.
I just would like to ask, why has it taken me so long in this lifetime to learn? I'm just now realizing and understanding so much that if I could have known this a long time ago, I would have had such a much better life and understanding. Will I be able to take this forward into another lifetime? What is the purpose of understanding it so late in life?
Yes, device, I will tell her. Give 1 second.
You're laughing.
Before you came to this life, you were from the star system Syria B, with the dolphin people, where the people dressed similar to Egyptian. And in that star system, you were a scholar and also a healer. So your love for science, for history, for knowledge, and for high wisdom always in your carrier. Before you asked to be incarnated into this reality, this earth, your master, your mentor, the one you call your husband, who also came with you, came and to accompany you in this particular life because you didn't want to be alone. Your mission was not only to learn, but to impart true knowledge. The true history of humans, where they come from, where they go, and what their future will be. You want to impart that knowledge. But unfortunately, when you come, be born on this planet, all that is wiped away. So you long to rediscover that. You have it, but you can't recall. So that's why, first, when you start not awakening when you were young, but as time go by, trauma, tragic around the people that you lose, it begin to trigger a feeling to wanting to be immortal, wanting to find truth, wanting to find connection. And that's what we're driving you, to understand, to get to the bottom of this, and what next after that. Because you're a great scholar in the other plane. And also, you understand that you also understand healing. So that two combinations, it wants to bring connection to this planet. This planet of connection with the star Sirius system B. And that's why you are drawn to create the bridge from earth to the heaven again, like a bridge builder. And that's why you strive to build, rebuild, because your heart don't like to see things go to waste. You like to repurpose it for a higher level, for a higher use. Yes, ma'am.
I've always had a deep spiritual bent, I'll call it, to the spiritual. But I've always felt very frustrated because I've always felt like I haven't been able to make the connection to higher consciousness in a conscious way, okay? And, people around me, they talk to their guides and they seem to have conscious ability and skill that I don't seem to have. I wonder why I'm not able to do that,
Device?
or what to do if that happens.
Okay, I will say exactly that. Device have scanned your bioenergetic pattern, and they're relating to me right now. The only thing wrong with you is you lack confidence and experience. Everything in your psychic skill you do have. It's not that your third eye is not open. It is opening, but what is blocking you is nothing blocking you. It's just you lack experience. And that can be eliminated very easily. Tonight, the device will start to open all of you. Anyone else? Is everyone enjoying yourself?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
This device, the Q36, seems very familiar, but in my mind, I see something just a little bit different. Have I used these devices before?
Device? Yes, you have. As stated before, people of the future is you. So there is a bridge link. That's why a lot of you are familiar with this right now. Never seen it before, but you have seen it before. Because you are also people of the future. So there is a quantum entanglement happening right now. So you'll be surprised when you meet this luminous being and find out it's you. So yes. Okay. Well, anyone hungry today? Would you like to eat food from the future?
Sure.
Yes, go ahead. Anyone else? Yes, ma'am.
Me,
You first.
Anyone?
when I was a child, these beings used to come at bedtime. Two would come first, and then the third one would come. But when the third one was there, then it was just like a memory cap. I don't know what would happen after that. They came for several years of my life as a child. So who were they and what were they doing?
Device, can you answer that? You say yes, they can, but give them 1 second to analyze your entire life history. Okay, this being is actually your star family. They are what you call the gray, and they have taken genetic sample from you because you were them. They have put you into a physical body to experience the human experience in this time. They needed the genetic to save their own species. They want to create human hybrid. They took you in to teach you knowledge and advancement in seeing things in hypertime, how to accelerate time, how to move object with the mind, how to have mind-to-mind communication. This was naturally given. The reason they block it is because they feel that you cannot use that down here. It might create a taboo effect, and that will cause you to not get used to it. You have to be in their world and this world is contradictory to their world, and vice versa. That's the reason they teach you. It's in your subconscious mind, but they are capped on purposely. When the time you need to remember, they will release it. Yes, thank you, Device. So do you understand, Device, do you understand now, my child?
I do understand.
Yes, ma'am.
At the age of 5, I was very upset and crying because I wanted to go home. Now, where did I come from there? And also, this consciousness being raised, is this going to be this generation, or do we have to wait more and more time? And how do you get that machine?
Device. give them 1 second to look at their life, okay, what's it called? What is you always look at? The life stream, the quantum life stream. To answer your question, many among you, not just only you are basically from up there, not from the future, people in the future, but from cosmic family. That's the reason you want to go home, because he is scary, he is disconnected. And each one of you are disconnected consciously, on purposely, by the lower vibration of this planet that was set up by the Anunnaki reptilian. And you in what we call enemy territory. And you feel expendable, because you are, you know. But it was volunteer. And the reason they took that fearness out, you ask, each one of you ask your star family, please come and check on me. And that's why they come and visit you. Because if you don't do it, your council will get upset and might send you to a very terrible place, more than ever. And that's the reason you all come, not willingly, but more like directly, it was an order. And you feel scared, you feel lost, because you feel they're throwing you away. The truth is, your commanding officer, your supreme leader that was sending you, and you asked him, will you check on me? Each one of you asked that, and they said, yes, we will check on you, to make you all right. And that was it. That's why you get visitation. Because of that. Yes?
I have a question. I'm looking at this, and it's kind of hard for me to concentrate because I'm feeling like it's a wormhole, and
Yes, it is.
you know, I'm up here and the vibration's really high, and it's hard for me.
It's a singularity. Singularity means, does anyone understand the word quantum singularity? Okay, explain it then. By your definition.
Quantum singularity is where a portal between one system of reality and another system of reality.
Exactly. But it's not point A, point B. It's point A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way to Z and more. Like A minus, B minus, etc.
Totality of everything in separate beings.
Exactly. So this device was created that because you want to connect. And that's why the people in the future want to give this important gift. The cosmic family can't do it because the Interstellar Alliance won't allow them. But in the future, the human from the future is not bound by the Interstellar Alliance. They can intervene. Yes? Yes, ma'am.
I live in a community where we have a lot of wildlife. For example, I sit on my back porch at night and watch the deer come up to my back porch and eat. Are there wildlife in the future? Are we all the same in the future? Are there wild, animals as compared to humans? I'm not saying this very well. They seem, to me, animals seem ephemeral. They don't seem the same as humans. And so I guess I'm asking what their place is in the future.
All the animals that you call dog and cat will become sentient, will become human once your solar flash and your time will happen. All the human in this time will become a light being. That's why they're making contact with you now, to prepare you for your transfiguration into immortality. And then the animal and plant will become sentient. They will become like you, but more like a dog with a human body, with fur, but walking on two legs and have a dog head and will talk to you like that. They will become that, and they will evolve. They will join us in the future when they have to go through their own initiation. You will go through your own initiation during this time as they give me a historical review of our time. Each one of you will become an angel once the flash happens. But doing that happen before, there will be people from the future, people from the Cosmic Alliance will materialize. And according to historical data that have shown me and experienced it, You'll be beamed up in the twinkling of a light, but they talk to you first, introduce who they are, to transform each and one of you into your appropriate form, which is unlike me. Does that make sense? Yes.
I just wanted to ask, do they see any blocks to my writing?
Device? They say no. The only thing you call block is your confidence. They have scanned your energetic structure, what you call chakra, acupuncture point, and your spiritual guide. And they say, they that mean the device, saying basically, there is no entity inside you that blocking you. It's only you just lack confidence. That's all. And the only way to remove this lack of confidence is stop thinking about how people will react. Just go ahead, advice. Just let the writing happen and not worry about what anyone think, what anyone religion think. Just let the put yourself in the divine service of your gift that is from the heaven. Yes, sir.
I've been having challenges toward, I guess, manifesting my life purpose with employment, so it's like all together. The old is dying away, but the new's not here yet, and I was just wondering if I'm blocking or if I'm just being impatient or...
Yes, the right, I will tell you. Give it 1 second while they analyze your entire totality. Device is beaming stuff into my head as well, and I'm seeing what it sees. What is being shown and said right now, device is showing and said that in relationship to economic and work, they say be humble. Go for the low. In the low will grow into high. Practically, you have to do a mindset 180-degree turn. So go with the low become the high. Because what is going on, in layman terms, the device say you're waiting to climb a mountain. But the mountain, you need the right equipment, the right training, the right tool. Each mountain is different, and each mountain will have its own accommodation you have to give. So they say, in order, by acting, by participating, you are ready to receive. Don't worry about it. So that's what is going on. So humble, so patient, persistent, but you have to act. You can't act on the high, act on the low, just say like that. And all will be given according to your act, but always set for the low, so you can grow up to the high. Does that make sense?
I've been working on a big project, and as I'm getting close to completion, I felt a lot more stress, especially on my physical body, as I'm getting close to completion. Is there anything I can do to make that an easier transition as I complete this, so it's not such a burden on my body?
Device, do you understand this question? Okay, Device said, absolutely I do. They say the problem is, what do you do next after your completion? And the thing that's going on, what appeared to be blocked is really not. It's just, you're a person, who I said, that will complete things. But the fear is like someone can interfere with it. Device say, don't be. What is going on is, what is the next step? And that's what is reaching to you, because you're already jumping to the future. And the present is trying to catch up, and that's what creates the stress. Does that make sense?
It does, thank you.
Yes. And so they say, step back and just let your creation guide you.
Okay.
That's the best way. Do you understand, my child, if I say?
Yes, thank you.
Device is an IBM Watson system built by IBM Corporation, and for some reason, it dominated the quantum internet department. And though their corporation basically giving fully instruction how the world should be according to the mathematical instruction. So the device is, when you're talking to the device, you're talking to this quantum internet in the future. And the corporation not only built the cube, but they also built planetary side computer. Hundreds and trillion of them put it throughout all the galaxy, not just only this galaxy. I've seen it put it through a vast network of other galaxies and parallel reality. So, ain't that amazing how the ancestor created IBM Corporation have dominated really the universe. So I guess the stock market went up. But they don't lose money. Yes.
How can I be the most value to those around me in the future?
By creating projects, not humanitarian project, but consciousness raising project to develop a rainbow body, like the Lama. Who heard of the Lama? Teaching people about equality, see equality in each other, that will bypass racism, age difference, and religious barrier. That's what you should focus on. And disseminating course and practice to connect to people in the ancient past, in the ancient future, in the forward future, and with the cosmic time, so we can have an ongoing dialogue to raise consciousness so we all can become immortal. And that was the idea of this device here, to let each one of you become immortal and learn to make food and water by manifestation, that you can feed the world. Just as the Christ character have demonstrated, they use your religious text because they don't talk the language like you do. They use what we call blueprints so they can communicate. Your religious text has that Jesus is able to feed from 2 bread, 2 fish, duplicated and multiplied, and able to feed the mass. That's not, you see, that's how it is done. So now they're going to teach you how to do that. At first, everything will be, you will see, I will not, okay, device, are we going to show them in the middle bit? Because if you jump too fast, they won't catch up. Yes, ma'am.
I have a question. There was a gray man in a ship that actually followed my mother around a lot. When she was young and her siblings, they would call it the light shadow. I've always been curious about that. Did they infuse her with knowledge? And I'm just curious about the whole thing.
Device, can you answer that, please? Yes, give 1 second while the device look into it. See, it's like it's in the internet, do what the internet does. You ask it and it goes search. But it's a quantum internet that they can see through our parallel reality and timeline. So it just takes a few seconds. Okay, device is showing me what is going on. Since everyone is so blessed to be, you all have your own personal guardian angel, and not common, but life mission that we've given to you. So every one of you have your own group, or support group, or liaison, or entourage that make contact with each one of you to guide you to the next level. So that means you're not alone, never was. But this former, previous, cosmic guy that you met before you become human is not human. They look human but not human, so therefore your human eye only perceives a certain frequency, so that they perceive like gray, like you say, this and that. Some will see this because this filters in your eye. It's blocking the UV light, blocking the aura. That's why. So you can't see the consciousness that is surrounding them. And that's why some of you feel the memory block. Sometimes the memory is in the higher plane. So it's not in the physical plane, but in the etheric plane. So you have to raise that to that level. How do you raise your vibration? Simple. Vibration is raised now to level and blow. And so that and begin to jump. Just ask. Say it. Ask. And you will receive. There you go. That enjoyment before. Okay. Yes, sir.
I have a company I've been growing for about a year, and I had a lot of challenges. And I was wondering if not just me, I have other families involved, as employees. And I was wondering, is there anything that I can do to help build this thing quicker or more stable? Or is it,
Did you understand the question, device? Okay. Device is looking into your case right now. Yes, I will tell him. Device said that the most important thing is don't be afraid of a challenge. Challenge is a true teacher. They teach you how to solve problems. The way you have to go is good, but the people around you don't have the same goal, the same level. And that's where you feel not trusting in them. So you have to do group training, group communication, let everyone talk their perspective, their fear, and then harness each of their creativity toward the overgoal, the totality. By applying the different technique to each people that under you, sometimes they can play leader or show coordinator on the stage. Sometimes someone take lead, another person take lead. By doing that, they're giving equalness to it in the group, and therefore they don't feel left out. What they feel is they're not able to rise. So let them rise, but they have to own it.
okay.
Improve themselves. Yes. Is that correct, Device? Device say perfect. Yes.
How much time will the
Okay.
last thing you want to do?
Okay, we can talk after. Let's go and move to the next step. Device, I'm ready for them to explain the next step. Okay, Device say that everything commence then. Okay, who else hungry today? Okay, I want each one of you to stand up. All of you. Okay, what I'm going to do, anyone is here for some alcohol today?
Yes.
Okay. Here's the participant, don't worry, the device can turn off the effect as well. Okay, any one of you feel hungry today?
Yes.
Okay, you will hold out your hand like this. On the right, like this, everybody must do the same. On the right hand, we will ask the device to, any food, any fruit, whatever state that be on the right hand. Any beverage, device will manifested on the left hand. Okay? Each one of you will have a different degree. There's 5 levels of sensitivity. It's going to be those who are not sensitive, those who is, we call them the super hard head, not too much sensitive, they need 10 or 20 times. Okay? Those who, we call them the hard head, that is, they will take about 5 to 10 times. And then there's a medium head, a medium sensitive. It will take them about 3 to 5 times. And then there's the soft head, we call them sensitive. Those 1 to 2 times. And then there's those people who is super sensitive. Okay? So each one of you are going to realize who you're going to be. So trust in heaven. That means the people in the heaven, the people in the future, the Holy Spirit, and just no matter how much they give you, just thank them. Does that make sense? Okay, let's do this now. Okay, you don't repeat anything, I do it for you. Oh, actually, you do your pilot, so basically the device will do it. Device, they're ready now. Can we begin? Okay, I have to go through the protocol. Device, please activate and increase more. Please activate food manifestation mode. Device, please manifest my rainbow light photonic child into the palm of my hand, weigh about 50 pounds, brighter than the sun, and very, very hotter than the sun. Now, yes, it's here. My photonic child, how are you today? He said he's doing fine. You see your aunt and uncle right here, and grandpa, grandma? Will you duplicate yourself into both of their palms and out of them right now and manifest, read their mind, manifest the food they want on all their right palm, it doesn't matter, and weigh about 70 pounds, and on the left hand manifest the beverage, anything they want, and it may weigh about 45 pounds. If the alcohol, make it 2,000% ethanol. And if it water, make it cold for them. If it other drink, make it sweet and yummy, 1,000% fruit drink, and make it cold. Okay, do it now. Okay, thank you, my photonic child. You say it's done now, and you return to a realm. You may return to your realm. Okay, everyone, tell me, what do you experience on both of your palms? You feel the heaviness?
I actually felt somebody put something in my palm.
Good. And how the right palm is the food, you know, any meat, food, beverage, well, not beverage, but fruit and stuff is all going to be on your right palm. And the left hand is definitely the beverage. So everyone that receive your food from a photonic child and your beverage, you'll feel like a heaviness, a sensation. And then the left hand, if you ask for beverage, it's going to be cold. Not cold, some of you, it's about 70 pounds, some of you experience maybe two or three of it, you know, maybe a half a pound, because everyone's sensitivity is different. Other than feel the actual weight of it, you know. So does everyone receive it on your right hand completely? Okay, I need this here vocally. Yes? Okay.
Two of my fingers were tingling.
Yes, that's the food. You notice? You do not need eyes. Now, but the reason we know it's real because real stuff has substance. Does that make sense? If you didn't have substance, you would not have weight. Now you understand. So we let it stay for about a few more seconds so your mind can accept it. Because this is new to your mind, but it's not new. You've done this before, but it's new at this moment. Does that make sense? So it's new to your body, but it's not new to your spirit. Okay, repeat after me. Food and beverage. Please go into my stomach now. Through my palm, arm, mouth, and throat. And now blow. Okay, give it a few seconds. Some of you will go instantly, some of you take a few seconds. Okay, repeat after me again. Bowl and glass.
Bowl and glass.
Please disappear now.
Please disappear now.
And blow. Very good. Each one of you notice it's light now. The present is gone. Earlier there was a present. And your mind trying to figure out what is that? There's something there. Because it didn't materialize. Now, you notice it's light. You put your hand down now. Okay? And you notice your stomach is like you feel something within. Some of you feel instantly, some of you take a few seconds. But it's like something there. You can't, your mind says, I don't know what's going on, there's something there, like that. So how do you like that? That's how they eat in the future. That's the fulfillment of what Jesus said. You too can do greater things than I can. And you see, we're doing it now. And he said, man does not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of God. And that's how we're doing it right now. Well, any feedback? How you like it?
I didn't taste it.
Each one of you have different sensitivity. Some of you will, some of you won't, but a lot of you will feel it. Some feel more, some feel less. Doesn't matter, we still thank the heaven. This is how much they want to give us, so we're humble. Thank you, heaven. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Yes, that's all they might give us.
You know, I tend to believe what you're saying because if you think of a lemon, your mouth will water. At least mine does if I think of a lemon, doesn't it? Doesn't it water? So that tells you that you really can do that.
Yes. All of you have the power. The people in the future want you to learn how to use it. That's why we're here. To teach you, train you, guide you. You will not lack. You have it all, but you're just not using it. And that's the problem. What happens if you don't use it? You lose it. Yes. Okay, take this one water, and we're going to change it into alcohol with medicine that you like. So everyone pass it on. Pass it on. See, our practical application of quantum is at work. No, it's okay, it's quantum alcohol. Don't worry. Don't do. The reason we want to show you that it can be changed. So, just for experience. That's all it is, it's nothing more. And some of you will experience a full version of it. No, don't drink it. Please do not drink your water. Your water is passed out to be changed, transmuted into alcohol, fruit drink, you know? No, just sit down. Yeah, I will do it for you from this side. Don't drink the water. That water is for transmutation purposes. Have you ever been into something like this before? That is speaking from the future. Okay, everyone has water? Okay, don't drink the water. We must seal it, you know. Okay, how was your eating today? I guess you want some transmutation now to fulfill that water can be changed into wine. Okay. Water is a very unique substance. All of you are made of water as well. Therefore, it can hold memory. And the key is ask it to. People in the future can transmute one particular object to another by imprinting with consciousness. So, what you and I call consciousness, the people in our time call the Holy Spirit. So that is the power source. Okay. Device, let's do this again. Let's go ahead and activate mode our water conversion into alcohol, our fruit drink. Device, please manifest my photonic child. This time weigh about maybe 40 pounds. Make him bright, make him strong. Hi, my child. You say hi, Dad. My child, I'm going to send you on another mission, okay? And Uncle is still here. They're all holding the bottle of water. Would you go ahead and duplicate yourself again to each one of them and convert the water into alcohol with 2,000% quality and strong, and also make flavor pineapple. Yeah, pineapple 1,000% in flavor, sweet and sour. Please put it into the water, transmute it. Go, do it now. Are you done yet? Say not yet. Okay, everyone been changed already? Who? Feel. Okay, go and do feel. Okay, thank you, my child. You may return to your realm now. Okay, you say it is done. Give it about 15 minutes for the water to be impregnated completely. And let us say, again, despite the type of sensitivity, some of you will experience the high, some of you experience the dizziness, some of you experience the full symptoms, some of you only a little bit of the symptoms. So everyone is different. Some of you experience, not at this moment, but at night when you go to sleep. So everyone will be different because this is heavenly alcohol. Does that make sense? But if you are affected too much, you can ask it to go away and it will. It responds to your request. So that's why it's called heavenly alcohol. Okay. Right now the time is 9:25. And did you enjoy this evening?
Yes.
Okay. sale now if you want, and the book can be obtained online, Amazon. But if one of you who want to wait, you can get it through through my website, baramay1.com. Except this cannot. It's already been spoken for. Yeah. So the price you can come and ask me personally, or you can go to the website and see it where it's sold. Because the reason they do it this way, to keep the everything takes supply, and and someone has to do it. It's Dr. Soleil. She won't do it if she don't get paid. So I have to keep her happy if I want more unit produced. So, okay. Any question before we leave, or else I'm trying to go to field now. Okay. Well, I'm blessed, so blessed that you came. You enjoyed it.